everyone, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have the book design tag. So this was a video I was tagged to do by Jessi from The Bookish Mom. I will leave her channel and video link down below. And this tag was actually created by Holly Dunn Design. Again, I will leave channel and video link down below. We only have like 10 questions to do today, and they're all going to be related around the aesthetics of books. Beautiful books. So this is going to be one of those videos where I might be a little bit shallow because literally all we're doing is talking about the pretty covers and things like that of books. But I'm very, very excited to do this, so we're gonna jump right on in. The first question is a book that you bought primarily or completely because of the cover. And for me, I'm going with You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. I have not read this yet, but I will say I 100% bought this because of the cover. I knew it was a romance because it was in the romance section. I had heard people talk about it a little bit, but I don't really know much about it. But the cover, the artist of the cover is Bo Feng Lin, which I absolutely adore. I love their art. I follow them on Instagram, everything like that. And so when I saw this cover, I was like, oh, I absolutely love it. I have to have the book. So even though I have not read it yet, because I'm very, very bad about that, I definitely 100% bought this because of the cover. Question number 2 is a book you want to buy that has a beautiful cover. I do want to buy this book. I don't think I'm necessarily cheating. However, this book is not out yet. I desperately want Amari and the Great Game by B.B. Alston. It is the second book in the Amari and the Night Brothers series, which I absolutely loved the first book of. And these books, the books in the series, both the US and the UK cover, are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I fell in love with these covers before I fell in love with the actual book. Like, this was another one that I really bought because, one, people really liked it and I was hearing good things, but also because it had a gorgeous cover. And this second book is no different. It has a gorgeous cover and it will be coming out on February 1st of 2022, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Number 3 is your favorite series design. So for this one, I actually went with a couple different series only because they have the same type of design. I picked the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices because those are the ones I have right now, but in their new paperback versions. So I grabbed the paperback of the Infernal Devices to show you just because there are 3 books versus 6 for the Mortal Instruments. But the reason I absolutely love these is because they make a picture with the spine. I love these so much. I know there is, I think the Percy Jackson series, some of the newer ones, although I think they have even newer covers now. They have so many covers of that series, but they have like a spine scene and a front scene. These ones don't have the front scene, but this concept right here with series, like, if you can make them all fit together, I absolutely love it. I also love books by authors that even if they're not in the same series, they have the same sort of vibe to the covers where you can still put them together as like, this is this author's work, and they're just gorgeous. But yeah, this right here, not even like these, they are gorgeous, but this is the reason I picked these books, because both the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series, and actually I think the Dark Artifices, although I don't have all those in paperback. Oh yeah, you can see the 2 that I do have right here. They do this. They create a scene with characters from the books on the spine. I love it. Number 4 is Dust Jackets. A book with a beautiful dust jacket or something unexpected under the dust jacket. So I went with one that does both. I have The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. This is one of the most gorgeous dust jackets I have ever seen. I have read this book. I think I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars. It was really, really good in my opinion. I know it's hit or miss with some people, but like the actual cover of it is so gorgeous. This is a reimagining of The Little Mermaid, in case you couldn't tell. It says it like right there. But also then under the dust jacket, this is what we have. The entire book is a nice deep royal blue with this silver like scale design. I absolutely love it so much. Like, this is just a gorgeous little book because it's not very long. It's a little bit short. I think this is the UK edition. I think I did have to buy this off of like Book Depository or something like that, but It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this so, so much. Number 5, Naked Hardback. A gorgeous book with no dust jacket. So I don't have that many books that just don't have a dust jacket unless they're paperback, and that's not what they were asking for, but I do have one that I have not read in a while, and I definitely think I need to do that again, but I have Time Lord Fairy Tales. This is a, not exactly tie-in with Doctor Who, because none of this stuff was like exactly in the show, but it is reimaginings of fairy tales with Doctor Who characters and aliens and that kind of stuff, and I absolutely love the look of this one again. It is so gorgeous. I think part of it is because it has like gold foiling details on the front. It's so, so good. They also have like, that's not even the end papers. They just have designed papers in the middle of when you're going through it. The paper is super thick, but it's just a reimagining of fairy tales. So they have like Frozen Beauty, Cinderella and the Magic Box, the Three Little Suntarans, Jack and the Wormhole. It is just like that. It is super, super cute. They are based on fairy tales, and then they have the Doctor Who elements put into it. I love it. Number 6, a beautiful paperback. So for this one, I had a few different things I could pick, but I ultimately went with one that I have a little bit of a story about, or at least like, I'll explain it. But I went with The Cormorant by Chuck Wendig. This is the 3rd book in the Miriam Black series, and I have read up through book 3 years ago. I think it's currently a 6-book series, and I think it is completed now. However, this is the last book that they did in this gorgeous mass market paperback. Yes, it is a mass market paperback. This is something that happens a lot in publishing, especially with these like more genre books. I think it's actually getting a little bit better nowadays, but it used to be where you only had some books in mass market paperback form. It never had a hardcover release. It never had a trade paperback release. It just had mass market paperback. And this would happen in sci-fi, fantasy, romance, that kind of stuff. Sometimes mystery as well, just depending on like what you have. And so that's what this series was. It was exclusively only in mass market paperback, but it had these gorgeous covers featuring our main character, but with a whole bunch of like birds and like symbolism in there. Like if you look at her sunglasses, we have skulls. Like, I absolutely freaking love these covers so, so much. I'm not saying the hardcovers that they eventually did, because they reprinted the first 3 books in a hardcover and then probably also trade paperbacks, but I ended up getting the hardcovers of the series. They're not bad. They're definitely more just like a bird and there's not nearly as much symbolism for things that are going to happen, because like if you really look, there's a car and a boat and keys, and there's like a gun up here too. Like there's just so much going on. I love these covers. I don't even know. I'd have to look up and see if there's somewhere on here that says who did these covers, because I love them so, so much. Where would this be? On the copyright page, maybe? Cover art by Joey Hi-Fi. Okay, I don't know who that is, but I love these covers. And the reason I picked number 3, one, I do actually like the way that this is designed slightly more than the characters on books 1 and 2. I believe they're all supposed to be Miriam Black, the main character, but just this design, I absolutely love this one. But also, this is the last one we got before they changed the covers, which I understand. I used to work at a bookstore, and there was a time where I had a guy come in. He was probably like in his 40s or 50s, and he wanted to know about some sci-fi fantasy books in the adult section, and we were talking about a lot of books that I had been reading and like things that we liked, to try and figure out what he should read next. And as soon as I mentioned that something was a mass market, he said no. He was never going to read a mass market. And so I'm very glad that they did reprint these books so that people could actually read them who will not pick up a mass market. But we lost the gorgeous covers. And these are some of my favorite like paperback covers. They are gorgeous. Number 7, a nonfiction book with a lovely cover. Now, I also don't have very many nonfiction books. I have a few memoirs, which basically just have the actor, because they're pretty much all actors, on the cover. And that's like it. But I do have one that I have not read before. I do need to do it. I was hoping to read it last spooky season. I was hoping to read it this spooky season, and I just got into a big old slump in October. But it is The Science of Stephen King by Meg Hafdahl and Kelly Florence. So I think this cover really does fit the vibe of like Stephen King type stuff. Like, look at the font on the name of Stephen King. Like, I think that is gorgeous. And we have a really spooky like picture of a church or something on there. But this is a book that takes some of the characters and monsters and stuff from Stephen King books and gives us some science of like how it could potentially work. So it's very similar to like the philosophy of something or the psychology of something. I've seen the psychology of like Game of Thrones and stuff like that at the store, and that's basically what it is. It's taking things from either a TV show, movie, or book series, or I guess like this author's work, and it's taking those actual fiction elements and then bringing nonfiction and stuff into it. And this is all about science. Like on the back, it says, how does lack of sleep affect the human body like in insomnia? Is it possible for horrific creatures to exist like in Night Shift? What is the science behind curses and legends like in Dreamcatcher and Thinner? So it's just going to be more of a science-y nonfiction, but with Stephen King stuff. I definitely need to read this eventually. Number 8, a book with great end papers. So I actually have 2 books for this, and I could have actually picked them for a couple different things earlier because these are some of my newest acquisitions and I absolutely love them. They're Illumicrate editions because Illumicrate is amazing with the designs of their books they've been doing. They have gorgeous covers, they have gorgeous end papers, they have gorgeous like sprayed edges, and so I'm gonna just show you these. However, just know they do have gorgeous end papers as well. So these are both books by TJ Klune. So we have The House in the Cerulean Sea and Under the Whispering Door. And first of all, these are the original covers. They're absolutely gorgeous. You can barely see it. Let me see if I can get the camera to do that. But we do have sprayed edges that go with this. There is actually a design under the dust jacket. I almost picked these for that question, but I did also know that they have really cool end papers. Like, I just love the way they designed this. So yeah, I had to show you guys that one, as well as Under the Whispering Door. So again, gorgeous sprayed edges. There is the design under the dust jacket. It goes all the way around, by the way. These go all the way around. Like, I'm in love with that. And then this one I think is my favorite of the end papers of these 2 books, just because it actually goes with the sprayed edges. Like, it looks like it just wraps around, and I absolutely love that. So yeah, just 2 gorgeous books from Illumicrate. And then question 9 is Spine, a book that looks just as gorgeous spine out as it does face out. And for that one, I'm picking another one that I have not read yet. However, I absolutely love the look of this book, and that is Elatsoe by Darcy Little Badger. So this is the front of the book. This would be the face out of the book, and it is gorgeous. First of all, the like foil, the blue foil of the title, gorgeous. But also I love the actual art on the cover so much. And then this is the spine. Again, beautiful blue foil cover, but we also have Elatsoe there. Like, they just took it and put it, and so it's basically part of the actual cover of the book on the spine. Not only that, we have Elatsoe here and here, and then if you look, we have a character, don't focus on me, focus on the book, character down here who is on the back of the book right here. And I just love the way that they did that. However, this is also one of those books that I have to show you. Mommy. It has a design. Mommy, up? You're okay. It has a design under the dust jacket. I am a sucker for when books do that. It also has deckled edges, which I don't find as many books do that nowadays as they used to. And I do like deckled edges. I know some people hate them, but I like them. So yeah, this is another one that is in many ways absolutely gorgeous. And then the final question, question 10, is just to tag some friends. So the people that I would actually really like to see do this, I'm going to say, are Ashley from Bookish Realm, Lana from Lauren Lullabies, and Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. I would love to see pretty books. A bunch of pretty books. Okay, that is going to be it for me. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I do have videos up Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!